We're live. Welcome to another heaping helping of the Final Scoop podcast. My name is Robert Schinetsky, supplement engineer. Joining me as always, my international cavalcade of compatriots. First one of today, Robert Samborsky, Apollon Nutrition. Lukasz and Shane are MIA. Maybe they're lost somewhere. Well, they might join us. We'll see. We don't know. Either way, thank you all for joining us as always. Post up any comments, questions, queries, quips, smartass remarks you have for us. We'll get to anything and everything over the course of our tenure with you here this evening. What's up, Robbie? Are you back in Jersey now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm back in Jersey. Everything is the same. Everything is great. Extremely hot. All good.
Okay, good. Simon says, "Hi, legends." Hello, Simon. First question of the day from Connor Cash. What's up, Lukasz? Yeah, buddy, we're here. We are, Devin. Thank you for joining us. All right. First question of the day, gentlemen. Are there any ingredients that have been studied and proven to be safe for pregnancy? My wife has been enjoying my pre-workouts for the past month or so and just found out she's pregnant. Congratulations, first off, on pregnancy. Good job for you guys. Nootropics, performance-based, etc. She doesn't want caffeine because she's having coffee in the AM. I probably won't get to listen to the live show, so I will follow up later. Got my two boys to watch. I don't know how you feel one way or the other with pregnancy and ingredients. By and large, avoid alcohol, avoid nicotine. Sandy went completely caffeine-free her whole pregnancy. She didn't even have a diet soda or a cup of like black tea. So I think some pediatricians will say 1 cup of coffee or one dose of caffeine, like 1 coffee, 1 diet soda is okay. Too much, not really good for the fetus, at least from the stuff that I've seen and heard. Check with your physician otherwise. But most of the regular supplements that we're talking about are going to be safe. So creatine, good for the baby. Choline, very good for the baby. Something like nitrosogene, citrulline or citrulline malate, these are just amino acids. Your body's going to incorporate them and use them anyway. So that's just going to increase blood flow to the fetus. And for your wife, that's going to be safe too. B vitamins, folic acid, all that stuff. Beta-alanine, I don't see any issues how that would harm the fetus in any way, shape, or form. So all of those are fine. I would very much stay away from high-dose stimulants, DMHA, amphotericin, if you can find any of those, juglans, any of those kind of weird, super aggressive stims. Stay away from all of that stuff. Your wife can have that 1 cup of coffee in the morning if her pediatrician says it's okay, and then do that. After that, just the non-stim pre-workouts, you should be fine by and large with. So alpha GPC, choline bitartrate, CDP choline, creatine, beta-alanine, taurine, all of that's fine, because those are just regular amino acids you're going to get from protein-containing meals anyway. Do you guys have any opinions one way or the other?
I think you pretty much summed it up. And plus, I don't know. I mean, I'm not super comfortable giving advice. I think your knowledge is slightly, I would say, above mine. So I think what you said definitely is true. I mean, from pure observation point of view, I've seen, obviously there is always not restrictions, but it's advised to avoid smoking and drinking alcohol and even exercising to an extent, and that it can be harmful. On the other hand, and again, not saying I condone it, I've seen women smoke. I've seen women drink alcohol, maybe not excessively, but they didn't drink alcohol and they were fine. I definitely seen some women who exercised until the very last day and they were 100% fine.
Yeah, it was Sandy. She was training up until
I'm gonna say, do one or the other, but like you said, they're actually very beneficial. I mean, there is a reason why they have prenatal vitamins and stuff like that, because obviously there is a benefit for women, taking certain vitamins and at the same time avoiding certain things. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Would they think that it would be harmful or dangerous to take something like high amount of caffeine or DHMA or something like that? I don't know. But would I risk it? Definitely not.
Yeah. Any of those cardiovascular taxing things like that, I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's a risk. We've seen women that do some pretty crazy and outrageous things while being pregnant, I even see women that do Muay Thai and boxing and stuff like that, which is the movement itself is maybe not exactly the best, but at the same time they were fine. But just giving advice, I think it's pregnancy in particular, I think it's such an individual thing, and obviously there's a person inside of you, and you do everything you can to protect that person. I think that just chill, be careful, take maybe even this is one time what I would say being paranoid maybe not a bad thing.
Yeah, and one of the advice that Sandy got from her pediatrician was like, so the exercise thing while you're pregnant, some people don't do it, some people do. That the doctor pretty much said, if you've already been active and you've always been physically active, don't just stop because you got pregnant. Like, be smart and make adaptations to it. But the same thing, like if you've never exercised, don't go and try and run a marathon as soon as you get pregnant. That's probably not the smartest thing to do either. So if you're active, you can maintain activity doing exercise that's going to help get too much fat gain during your pregnancy. Like, you're going to need to gain some weight, but do you need to gain 75 pounds? That's not good for the baby either. That's not good for your body. It's not good for the baby either. So,
and like you spoke from experience with Sandy. I remember when Marina got pregnant, we did not know that she's pregnant.
Yeah.
And she was actually training for a show.
Oh, wow.
She was taking fat burners.
Mm-hmm.
She was taking, she was doing a bodybuilding diet. She was doing squats. She was doing, very, very high intensity workouts. Yeah. And I think she was maybe a good 6-8 weeks into her pregnancy, something like that. But she was into it already.
Yeah.
And I remember because she was experienced that the weight would not come down, and just there were certain weird aspects to her, how her physique was reacting. But again, she was not eating healthy. She was eating bodybuilding style food.
Right.
And really training very, very high intensity. And while she was not, there were no any side effects or anything like that. Just her body would not get into that shape condition that she was supposed to after a couple of weeks of dieting on preparing for a show. When we found out that she's pregnant, unfortunately, we had a doctor who was a complete moron, and he advised Marina to stop doing what she was doing. Pretty much called her to stop advising to stop doing this, stop doing that. As soon as it happened, Marina's weight started to balloon. I mean, she fucking exploded. She also had certain minor, but she had certain complications as well. At the end, I think, of her first trimester or something like that. Mm-hmm. So basically, as soon as she stopped doing the shit that allegedly she was not supposed to, actually things got worse, a lot worse. And, after that, Marina said, like, the worst thing that she's done was stop training, and it just, it backfired. I'm not saying you should probably train that way, but I mean, I'm just saying that everybody is so different. You got to have a doctor who actually knows what he's talking about, probably a little bit more open-minded. Vitamins, minerals, in terms of food, I guess, you have to adjust to your own personal needs because everybody is so different, and you just got to use common sense. Anything too excessive one or the other way makes no sense.
Yeah. Clover smoker. Hello. Bald head gang. I've got hair. Lukasz and Robbie, but am I the only one who likes smoking crack? Probably so. Someone who's never smoked that, inhaled anything of that sort, I can't attest to the ups or downs of it, but I probably wouldn't, given the opportunity. Devin, does Apollon ever plan to get into the CBD market?
Probably not.
What is the status of CBD, the Delta 8 gummies, and cannabis in general in Jersey, Robbie?
I think pretty lenient as far as I know. To be honest with you, I'm not very familiar with it, but as far as I know, it's allowed.
Okay.
I know it's sold in supplement stores and stuff, so I'm pretty sure it's doable. And I think we talked about getting into CBD maybe 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. But then, with so many rules and regulations and what works and what doesn't work, and, and how it affects everybody. I mean, it's a good question, I guess. At first, when I saw Devin asking it, I was like, what the fuck? But then I guess no, it's a good question because I am more any supplement that you release or that that Apollon does. I'm a firm believer that it has to have certain benefit and it has to provide, it has to have a purpose.
Yeah.
If something is questionable or something I'm not sure about, whether it's an ingredient or a product or a dose or something like that, I rather avoid it. I don't want to experiment on our customers. I don't want to use them as a guinea pig.
Yeah.
I would like to actually know that what we are selling is actually not saying beneficial to you because I can't say that assassin is beneficial to everybody, but I would like to know that what you're getting is actually useful to you and will produce the results that you are after. With CBD, I think it's such a hit and miss, and to be honest with you, I'm not super knowledgeable on the subject, so probably I will say no.
Lucas, do you have much experience with CBD? Do you like it? Do
No,
you not a fan? No, you're not a fan, or no, you haven't tried it.
no, 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 no. Fuck no.
There is the answer.
There you go. Yeah, I'm the mechanisms through which CBD could work or by which they work are interesting. The current state of affairs in the market, bioavailability is a concern. Sourcing is another concern. Making sure it's not full of a bunch of crap or shit or whatever. And then the research on bulk CBD supplements is not greatly encouraging. There was a 2019 meta-analysis on its effects for sleep potential. CBD has been touted for many things, but it's unproven. It's not risk-free, and it may potentially elevate liver enzymes. Not something you really want to mess with. Granted, this was 3 years ago this came out. Maybe there's more that's come out since, but the meta-analysis is the study of studies. So I don't know. I've tried different tinctures and forms of CBD caps and stuff. I've never felt anything. Some people swear by it as an anti-inflammatory and anxiolytic. I've never gotten any benefit from it that I can feel. So, Shane, what about you?
What was the question?
CBD, do you like it? Do you not like it? Have you ever used it? Do you notice anything?
I haven't used it intensely. I've only ever used it for a day or two.
Yeah.
So it's probably not the best, but I don't know. I don't mean, never really something that overly appealed to me. I know, it was obviously all the rage a few years ago, but it's died down a bit.
It has. Yeah, it's finding a quality extract and then making sure it is absorbed effectively. Not so much. So, contortion. Hey guys, college student here. Best nootropics for studying and improving performance in school. Bacopa is all I take at the moment. That's a damn good start. I like Bacopa. It's good for memory recall and a whole bunch of other stuff. Lucas, I'll let you kick this off. What kind of nootropics do you think best fit studying and performance for the student?
You know what? I would go with my two probably favorites: Alpha GPC and CDP choline. So this combo, I would stack it with Bacopa, which could be like a great stack. If you want to add something extra to your Bacopa, then I would go definitely Alpha GPC and CDP choline. And as a matter of fact, I'm taking this combo right now.
How much are you doing of each?
I'm really sorry, but it would be probably like 500 milligrams if I can recall, but I will need to check. But probably it's 500 milligrams of each.
Okay.
So that's like a decent dose.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, it's definitely one of my favorites, and besides, of course, the probably one of the best nootropics on the market, which is Overtime. Of course, the newest one on Newport. That's probably my number one. If I could recommend someone the best nootropic that has everything what you need, then I would definitely say that overtime from Apollon. And I'm not saying this just because Robic is on the podcast. Fuck that guy, by the way. But I still think it's probably one of the best, products on the market. And of course, Uncle Lukasz takes 8 caps, not like you bitches out there. Takes 4 or something like that. Shane takes only 2, so fuck that guy. But yeah, 8 caps and you're flying. So yeah, that's my recommendation. But yeah, start, of course, as always, as we said on the podcast, start slow and don't go like ahead. What I mean by that is don't go like super hard. Don't stack like 20 nootropics at once.
Yeah.
If you're like using Bacopa right now at the moment, just like maybe add one more ingredient and see how your body reacts to it, and based on that make adjustments. If you will see that you will need something extra, then you can add one more ingredient to it, and just see how your body reacts. Because I will always say, everyone is like a snowflake, so everyone reacts differently to stimulants. So yeah, keep that in mind.
Yeah. Also depends on where you're starting from. If you've only ever taken Bacopa, I wouldn't necessarily jump to an all-inclusive, like built-in thing. Kind of like Lukasz said, start with one ingredient and then build it from there.
And as
Go ahead,
much
Robin.
as I wanted to keep it, kind of Lukasz forced me to now advertise the new overtime, because the new overtime is going to have the Copa in it too.
Shane, you have any recommendations, suggestions?
I mean, I just say jump straight in.
What would
I mean-
you jump into? What would be your thing?
Well, you were saying like one or two ingredients and then build to the more complex stuff. I'm more of the, how would you say, like the C4 approach.
Mhm.
Like if you guys pick a pre-workout with like mildly dosed ingredients, but there's quite a few ingredients, versus a well-dosed pre-workout with just 3, I'd go for the broader spectrum. That was just me. And then I would build up to like bigger amounts of the broader spectrum.
Yeah.
For nootropics, I'm sort of the same mindset. I'm not going to take like 1 or 2 ingredients at good amounts. I would rather just take like mild amounts of like a bunch. Kind of like G Fuel, and then like that's just one off the top of my head, but
Yeah,
G
you work
Fuel
your
and
way
then,
up.
yeah, like I've always preferred that. Like again, if I saw a pre-workout and there was literally 2 on the shelf, there was one with 10 ingredients and they were averagely dosed, but then there was one with 3 and they were stacked to shit.
Yeah.
I'm picking the broader spectrum. But that's just me. But that would be my same approach to nootropics. I would rather
Yeah, no, that's a fair answer. Because you could easily you could start with G Fuel, like you said, then you progress to the more inclusive one, like the more well built ones. You've got Orange Brainwash, Ghost Gamer, Universal Soldier from Overtime, and all the other great.
and then you go to like
nootropics
God
that are-
level and you get 8 caps of overtime.
Overtime, yeah. You start megadose, you find some modafinil. You got a buddy that's got some modafinil or something like that, and you start doing that. But yeah, the contortion, that's kind of where you want to go. If you want to really dive into this issue and get down deep into it, I offer some consulting services if you really want to drill down into this and do some one-on-one stuff. Where you can click the link down below. Shameless plug. Robbie, please smile for Mitch.
Fuck Mitch.
Pull that too. Read chat to him. No, thank you. Based on the stuff you've been putting on there, that really doesn't help any conversation here. Yeah. But Shane, how much longer are you in jolly old England?
7 weeks.
7 weeks still?
I can't remember.
No, I just don't remember how long y'all were there. It seems like you've been there for a couple of months now.
Yeah, I'm by the time I leave, I would have been here for 6 months. I maximize the visa stay to its fullest extent.
So what do y'all do during the day? If I can get intrusive into your personal life. Obviously, you're working during the day, but what are like Nikki and Ava doing while you're working?
Usually I wake up,
Uh-huh.
have some breakfast, do some work, watch Ava while Nikki goes to the gym. Then we swap around. I go to the gym, come home, do a bit of work, maybe until like 2, have lunch, and then I go out until maybe 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe 2, 3 hours. I spend the afternoon with Ava and Nikki, and then work until midnight.
Y'all like just putt around the city, or so like you're going to go to a park or something like that, or
We'll go to a park. We'll like go shopping. I don't know, whatever I haven't done.
Yeah.
Pretty much, I think we've finished everything here. We need to, find a new place. But
have you
obviously,
found any fish and chips? Do you like fish and chips? Does Nikki like fish and chips?
so the catch with fish and chips is that that's also a very New Zealand thing, fish and chips.
Yeah.
Like you go to a takeaway bar, well, we call it a takeaway bar, and you would order fish, chips, like fried shit, and it's a classic Kiwi kind of thing. Like if we had to say that there was any cultural food, that's it. But then here, it's also quite a popular thing,
yeah.
but I don't know, it's a little bit different here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, and to be fair, as a New Zealander, I don't like fish. So half of that dish is disgusting to me. So it's just chips, which yeah. But we made I made a cheat meal. Like a random wheel.
Mm-hmm.
We spin the wheel and you land up on something.
Yeah.
So because now I'm not dieting, we made a lucky wheel we would spin, and whatever it lands on is what we go and eat for our cheat meal that week. Fish and chips is not on there.
No.
But
so obviously McDonald's is on there, but what else is
McDonald's was one that we got to get. That was the first entry.
Of course.
But then the deeper we got into it, we realized that we had to we couldn't like we were going to go KFC and Chick-fil-A, and then I was like, no, because it's going to get too bunched. So we just categorized chicken. And then we added pizza. We were like fine dining, and then we're like, now we'll just add restaurant. Yeah. We've got a whole bunch of things on there. I believe Asian cuisine is on there, which was not my choice, but yeah.
I mean, what? Nikki's half Chinese.
Yeah, well, full Chinese. She was both her parents are Chinese, but she was born in New Zealand, so
right.
Ethnicity-wise, she's full Chinese. Where is my wheel? I've got it some. Here we go. I don't know if you're going to be able to read it.
There you go. Japanese. Supermarket. Burgers.
Supermarket run is a bit of a weird one, so you basically just have to eat anything in a supermarket.
Love it.
Is there also a space where you're so fat?
See, this is one thing we noticed that it's a very. I feel like it's a bit of a cultural thing. So we've been to countries before, and I believe Robert and Robert will understand this. We were in Norway a few years ago, and we were at the mall, and we were like, "Oh, we'll go shopping, and we'll get something to eat afterwards, right? We'll go to the food court because it's a mall, right?
Right.
Malls have food courts. This may come as a shock to you." But I believe outside of countries like Australia, America, maybe Canada, UK, I get the sense that when you go shopping to a shopping mall, that's what you do. Food courts aren't a world international thing. And we've been to countries like specifically Scandinavia, and we'll go to the mall and we're like, I'm fucking hungry. Where am I going to eat? There's no food court. There's no. They'll have like little cafe, like a Starbucks and stuff, but they won't have like a designated food court where you got McDonald's, Pizza Hut, and all this shit. It's not like an essential part of a mall. Whereas where I'm from in America, you see, I thought it was weird, but then when you think about it,
yeah, it's the American convention probably.
When you go shopping to a shopping mall, you're meant to be shopping, not eating, you fat son of a bitch. Okay, so. I feel like it's a bit of a cultural thing for me to have a wheel where I spin a cheat meal. And Lukasz kind of proved my point there.
When me and Robik's gonna come to UK and see you, you're gonna be like, 30 pounds heavier or something like that. You're
But
gonna
see,
be
this
like
is
a fat pig.
You'd think so, but I'm only doing like 1 or 2 a week, so I'm staying right on 200 pounds. I'm not fluctuating too much. It's been all right.
Get
It's
used
fun
to
though.
get used to waking up at 5 a.m. because Luka's is gonna be on your ass to go to the gym.
Hell no,
Uh,
hell no. Not with.
I'm
Oh,
gonna be
actually,
there.
maybe.
I'm gonna be there just for 2 days, so we may just like do one more session or something. If he's gonna
Yeah,
wake up, of course.
I think I'll be there Wednesday to Saturday or Thursday to Saturday
Hmm.
because I suspect there'll be some meetings.
I'm coming on, like I said, I'm coming on Friday, so I'll be till Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know. I might stay till I don't know. It'll depend how much the hotel is, but because we're catching it, the train will be an hour or two away, so should be a cool event.
Yeah.
We can all go train at Planet Fitness.
Fuck no. Let's go to newest Dino.
Yeah, nah, because I've told you this before, man. I don't like a gym where there's a lot of people. I don't know.
Change the recluse.
But the thing is that Dino's gym is always like it wasn't never crowded. And me and Andrew were training on the events, like for example the body power and so on. Dino's gym was never like overcrowded.
Okay,
Well,
yeah, but
people-
are you talking like 5 in the morning? Because the fucking person's waking up that time anyway.
No, bro, we were training after the event. After we finished the job and everything, then we trained. So it was close to like 6-7 p.m.
Okay, how many people are we talking in the gym? Because this is subjective, of course.
It was like 10 people max, and it was advertised by Mutant, because the guys from Mutant always trains there.
There are 10 people in the gym there?
Yeah, it wasn't overcrowded at all.
If I go and it's crowded, I'm going to be extremely disappointed.
You can suck my.
Whoa, that got aggressive.
That's a consequence. Why would I? How?
That got intense.
See, I liked Apollon was like maybe 8 people, I would think, at a time when I was there. I was obviously training I wasn't training at peak time, but it was nice and it was the same kind of people. Everyone was kind of. I thought it was great. It's my kind of gym. No, like groups of 5, bunch of chicks doing hip thrusts and dumbbell racks and shit. I liked it. It was good. It's my.
You remember when we were training at what was it? Was the gym in Germany, in Cologne?
Yeah. I can't remember the one, but the one
Yeah,
with the
but you-
treadmills that only went up to your fucking waist for some stupid reason.
You remember what was going on at like 7 p.m. That bitch was like overcrowded at all, like max capacity. So when it comes to like Dino's, it's way smaller, and it's like it's not that much people down there.
Maybe.
Plus, one more thing, the equipment. It's not like this is not the newest the newest shit, but it has its old, and it has its iron. So you can smell the iron when you're like entering the gym. Plus, music, old school stuff, AC/DC, old metal, those kinds of vibes. You will love it.
Nothing beats the sound when you lift a bar and the plates all chime together like the bells in a church. It's fantastic.
That's the gym that the Dino has. Only metal plates, no like bumpers and those kinds of things.
Maybe I'll go. I'll consider it.
When Shane says maybe, it says no. What a bitch.
I mean, it is true, but okay, we'll see.
Another one.
I don't know. I like a guarantee. I feel like Dino's. I feel like it would. I feel like you could be wrong. I feel like there'll be a lot more people than 10.
Hey, you can always go with Price Plow guys.
Are they gonna be there? I don't think they're gonna.
I don't
be
know.
there.
Ask them.
Yeah. Okay.
It depends how business is this month.
These are your friends, not ours.
You see, like when business is good with Stag, Shane goes and buys fucking gold toilets.
Hey man, I didn't buy, no gold sink. Gold sink. I would have got a gold toilet if they fucking had one.
So let's wait for the next expo. He's gonna get finally. He's gonna get a toilet, and and the price power they're saving money for the trips. They back in the company.
Oh, you know what? We're about to train with review bros.
Yeah, they're gonna be there. I talked to them. They definitely gonna. Be
I mean, this is their home country. I know they're gonna be there.
Yeah.
They probably have a system they can show you.
They got a train to the Fit Expo that we were at a couple weeks back. I think he said it was like 4 or 5 hours. Was it 5 hours? I was like, fucking shit. Jesus. I was like, where did you come from? America? Like, what the shit? That's a long ass way. And he was like, yeah, it wasn't bad. I'm like, and that was, I think, pretty sure he said that was one way. So, yeah, no. I don't know whereabouts in this little island that they train from, but
Do you know in which part of England they live?
I'm assuming the furthest corner away from Liverpool. Because 5 hours in any direction is, it's got to be in the top right or bottom right. I think maybe at a guess. We're in Manchester, so we're like right on the middle. I think we're maybe 3 hours from London. I think maybe.
With my layover, I will be quicker than they do. I still need to fly to Munich and from Munich to Birmingham because I don't have any direct flights to Birmingham.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought there would have been. Yeah, we'll be. I think it's only a 2 hour train ride for us, so we're sweet.
Also, yeah.
I'll bring all the pre-workout.
I will bring some as well.
I want to get your feedback on this, Shane, that we tackled right at the outset. I'm curious. You guys got any other questions? Feel free to put them up in the comment section. When Nikki was pregnant, were there any specific supplements you gave her? He was asking, are any nootropics, pre-workout ingredients safe? Basically, kind of said, avoid all this stuff your doctor tells you to. Alcohol, cigarettes, too much caffeine. Yeah, all that stuff. But I said, like, creatine, beta-alanine, citrulline, malate, nitrosogene, alpha-GPC, all that stuff's fine. But is there anything in specific that you gave
Tell him, Shane.
give her?
Tell him, Shane. Tell him.
Well, Anavar?
Yes. Now we're talking. Vinstrol.
Turk.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is one of those things where like I feel like this is like rabbit hole thing. Like, you know how like he's sitting there wondering like what he can have, what she can have. Yeah. Like if you said to me, stay off all my supplements for 8 weeks for this surgery that I have, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, what can I have? I'm just going to be like, okay, sweet, I won't touch anything. Yeah. And that was the same with Nikki. Nikki was like, they're like, you can't have caffeine or any stimulants, and rightfully so. Right. But we never sat there and were like, oh man, but I really, really need this. So that's just, I feel like some people like rabbit hole kind of thing. Yeah. We never even crossed our minds. They were like, don't have this. So she just stayed clear of caffeine for the entirety. Yeah. Don't have alcohol. No alcohol. Didn't like, well, can I have one? It was just, okay, none. Right. Same with, I believe it was raw fish was one thing. I think
raw fish and usually deli meats too. You got to kind of stay away from those.
Yeah. So it's not like she said, like, obviously there are individuals who are different. But for me, I don't have any recommendations because I was more of that mindset where we were just like, So a doctor says, don't do this. I'm not going to be like, maybe we try this. We just didn't. I think she just scrapped off everything.
Yeah.
I think maybe she might have had like a bit of an energy drink, but never like a bang or anything. It would have been half a Monster or some shit like that. Just a similar amount to a coffee, because I know they said coffee was still fine. It's not ridiculous amounts.
Yeah, one cup of coffee in the morning is usually acceptable.
Yeah, I think that was, and she just didn't have it in the morning. She should just have it to the gym or nothing. But I don't think she explored anything outside of that.
No.
So,
yeah.
So, I'm zero help there.
No, that's fine. It's good to get everybody's input, whether it's useful, not insightful, or
I was stimming my nuts off, but
as how is that any different from any other time? All right, let's delve into the cesspool of stories that is Stack 3D.
It's been pretty quiet these past couple of weeks.
It has been. It's been this came across. I don't know if we've tackled this category of products before, or this niche, but the profile for this finally got released. So Beast Mode's fat burning pre-workout, and we've seen all manner of iterations of this. On the whole, though, I've seen much worse. I don't give much into the credence that a pre-workout's actually going to burn fat. That being said, let's see what we got. 600 micrograms of chromium. That is definitely, I think, the highest amount of chromium I've ever seen in a pre-workout or even a GDA. Usually you see 200 to 400. 196 of iodine, 2,000 of betaine anhydrous, 1,750 milligrams of taurine, 1,600 milligrams of beta-alanine, 500 of L-carnitine L-tartrate, 250 of mitoburn, 200 of caffeine, 40 of calorburn GP, which is NNB's version, I believe, of paradoxine.
I've always just said that as calorie burn.
Oh, it could be calorie burn. I always say calor burn, but calorie burn is probably right.
I don't know. Yeah, I had never thought of it any other direction other than when you said calorie, and I'm like, I don't really sit there and count my daily calories. I don't know.
No, but I thought calor burn. I don't know. All right, calorie burn. All right, well, there we go.
I could be wrong.
1 point for Shane against me
could be wrong. I just never heard it pronounced any other way. I used to call nitrosogene nitrosigny until I heard it in an advert, like years ago. I was like, oh shit, that does make more sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
GBB at 30 milligrams, fucoxanthin at 10 milligrams, estrogen at 25 milligrams, and rowalcine at 1 milligram. What do y'all think, gents?
I mean, I'll go first. I feel like it's kind of my thing with this is always kind of like it's a get what you pay for type thing.
Yeah.
Like if you buy a pre-workout for $35, but then you buy a fat burning pre-workout for $35, you're not gonna get a full fat burner and a full pre-workout. That's just like but Beast would obviously know that. Even the fans would know that you're not gonna pay the same price and get 2 in 1 without some sort of. Right. But you obviously get the bigger ones. Like I know Doug's Napalm, I think it's called. Mm-hmm. That was a good hybrid. Obviously, Apollon has the hybrid where they've got full doses, but obviously you're paying a lot more.
Correct.
But I feel like this is kind of what you get, because Beast does have a full fat burner and then it does have a full pre-workout. Mm-hmm. So if you want to get a good amount of both, you can buy those two. But then you put them together. It's about what you'd expect, to be honest, I guess. I was wondering if this was a double scoop, though, because some of the ingredients, some of them made me think it might have been double, like the caffeine at 2, the beta-alanine at 1.6. Yeah. Like, those are the kinds of things you usually look for to think, like, oh, maybe it's meant to be a 2, but then 25 servings, and then 2 betaine. I think it's about what you'd expect from, like I said, a brand who has a pre-workout similar price. They've just divvied it up across the category.
Yeah. It seems like they're almost positing this more as like a cardio kind of pre-workout than an actual training pre-workout, because there was no real blood flow enhancers in here whatsoever.
And that caffeine would be a little more... Yeah. Make a little more sense, because they lower them for that sometimes.
Right. Robbie, Lucas?
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what Shane said. I mean, you get what you pay for. In terms of the product, I personally don't like it because I think that I think that it has a little bit of both, exactly like what Shane said.
Mm.
But neither one of them, for me personally, presents any effectiveness. I mean, I just don't think it's effective as a pre-workout, at least by my standards. And it's not like, I fucking double, triple, scoop or assassin or anything like that. It's not that. I'm a Lionheart person. But this presents very, very inferior pre workout to me. As a fat burner, I don't see it as presenting any, concrete benefits where I'm going to be sweating my ass off. I actually have a bit of a confession to make. So I was making fun of Shane when he was here because he was pretty much like the guinea pig for Molotov. And when it was released, he was the one who was taking it, and I was making fun of him that he's a bitch for taking 2 capsules.
Yeah.
And he would constantly bitch about sweating and stuff like that. And I witnessed it myself where he was like soaking up. I did not take the product. I mean, I fucking designed the product and everything. I know that it's effective. I know how much people like it.
Yeah.
And swear by it, and obviously the dosages and everything. This was the first week, this week actually, that I started taking it, and for some unexplained reason, I decided to take 2 capsules. I don't know why. Typically, I'm not scared of anything, but I decided to take 2 capsules. Holy mother of God! I was like, shit. Either I'm a bitch just like Shane, or this shit is like really, really strong. And it's I'm not advertising right now for Molotov.
It could be both. It could be both.
It could be both. It could be both. I'm a bitch and I'm proud, I guess. But I'm a proud bitch. Yeah, but the bottom line is that I'm all for stuff that works. I don't think I'm proud to say that I can take half of a serving of a product and it's still fucking effective. Than taking something that is like, what do you usually call Lukasz? Big thing, dust thing. What do you like to use that word a lot, also that expression? Because this is like literally, it's a weak product by my standards. But on the other hand, I kind of can't go against Shane on this one of what he said. You get what you pay for, and I guess it's the price is fair, and and that's about it. Does it present any concrete benefits from both? No, not really. It's a very mediocre. Perhaps it's good for a beginner.
Lukasz?
You know what? Shane said some good stuff as far as like his review, because I also think that for like advanced, person that takes a lot of stims, like 2 scoops of this stuff would definitely hit you good in a good way.
Yeah.
But then you've got like 12.5 servings per container, which is like
You got Polish servings.
a bit too small, right? Yeah, but on the other hand, if you like, take a look at double scoop this stuff, then you get like a clinical dosages of many ingredients, not only like
fair.
also like betaine, beta-alanine, metaburn, and so on. So then you got a beast, So I fully understand that, as you guys said, you're getting what you're paying for, So yeah, but I also think it's well dosed. It hits on many areas, Of course, I would like to see like higher dosages, but as you guys, like I said, as you said, with the price, it also comes to quality and so on. I just like don't understand one thing, and it's outside of the formula spectrum. Because Shane was talking with the owner of the Beast, and they had some discussions, about
The Beast.
the formulas, marketing, and so on. And I was listening to this podcast, and the owner was talking about the rebrand. Before because before this product, they as you probably remember, they had this like super bright blue containers.
Yeah.
And now they went with this look, But the owner said that after this look they will probably go back to the bright blue. So I don't understand that going back and forth to branding and the changing of the colors because it's just like it messes up with not only with the brand but also with the consumer. So that's something that I would like take into consideration. Besides that, I'm happy that the Beast is coming up with new products, and let's see what the future holds for them.
I'm trying to figure out who the ideal consumer for this is. This almost seems mostly just women are going to be buying this. I don't see many guys that go to the gym using this product.
See, I feel like this is one of those things that we can't.
Did you guys think it's? Sorry, Shane. Do you guys think that it's like super reputable as far as like we see so many like of this fucking animal theme like in our industry right now, like fucking gorillas, lions.
Well, yeah, I mean,
birds.
Primeval did it back in 2016 or 2017 when they first released Apeshit, and then there's been 5 or 6 other companies that are doing that screaming angry gorilla since then.
Yeah.
To be
you got
fair,
Gorilla Mind, you got this.
Beast addressed this. He did say that he did it back in 1995. So
Did he? See, I didn't know that. That's why I'm asking. Yeah.
I remember that. I remember that Beast was probably one of the first that came up with this animal theme. But at the same time, it's just like, it's like oversaturated right now. Everyone is fucking like zoo right now.
No.
Like,
Give me more gorillas. More gorillas. I want to be constantly reminded of the animal that I want to be. If I want to be an animal, it's a fucking gorilla.
bro, kangaroo.
It's actually because yesterday everybody is like, the gorilla thing has been done so many times.
Don't do
I don't
this.
remember who was the first one who started the whole thing. With brand. Maybe it was.
Yes, Robert. Yes, that's him.
Hey man, just so you know, these motherfuckers are vicious sons of bitches.
Yeah, just like you.
They look cute. But they are vicious.
Fucking Kiwi.
It's only because he's small. This is a horrible representation of my people. Type in All Blacks. I would rather All Blacks representing my country than that Kiwi.
How many gorilla right now do we have? Like, how many companies are doing this?
I think you got Gorilla Mind. You got Ape Shit. You have that is it Spanish Zoomad with the gorilla coming out of the bottle. You got Beast, which as far as I know was one of the earliest. Those are probably the key ones that I remember. But there are obviously a lot more like out there that I've come across. But I would think those are the biggest ones I know that kind of run with the theme. It is interesting though how like of all the animals out there, the gorilla is the one that seems to be the most used because there are a lot of other animals that are pretty damn vicious. Like a lion, probably not as often used as he could be. You have a bear. I mean, shark. Some
like
vicious
a grizzly bear.
There's some vicious motherfuckers out there.
You know what? I think that number one, it has to correspond maybe to at least, if not the product, then maybe the brand and its reputation and what they do. I can't see, C4 putting a gorilla or angry gorilla or an angry animal on the container. It would be stupid and completely unnecessary. And at this point, whoever started the whole thing, it's obvious, that the brands are copying each other,
Right there.
which is completely unnecessary and makes absolutely no sense because it doesn't do shit for the brand. If anything, it's funny because yesterday Shane and I had a little discussion about copying and stuff like that. And something that he said, like literally, I actually have it in front of me, and it really, really stuck with me. And it says, Shane said, no one ever got bigger from copying somebody else. And I thought it was brilliant because it is true. So you know what? I mean, when you copy somebody, whether it's a formula or the look or or presentation or colors or something very, very specific and unique, I think people will notice it, and it just I think it brings more negativity more than anything and negative reaction because it lacks originality. So I don't understand why. But in retrospect, I mean, the formula itself from Beast, I think that it comes to no surprise. It's exactly Beast as a brand. This is the type of formula that we would probably expect from them. It's not bad, it's not great, it's somewhere in between. And I think that considering the price and what they're charging, it's more than fair. So we just let as a consumer, it's not somebody I would buy, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to be able to find the customers and they're going to like the product. Hopefully, it tastes good.
Yeah, see, I think this is one of those things that's like not for like any of us. Like if I
No,
were to,
but for beginners and for the market,
yeah, like because if you said to me, "Hey, I want a fat burner and a pre-workout," I would only go to a hybrid if I was be like, "You have one supplement to buy this month,"
yeah,
or like you had a budget. If I wanted to, and like I said, Beast has a fat burner and a pre-workout. So like if you wanted to go that step up and get more advanced on both sides, you could go with those two. So I guess it's just one of those things. Like I've never been in a situation where I was like, man, I want a muscle builder and a pre-workout. I don't have the money, so I'm just going to buy a 2-in-1. I've never been in that situation myself. So, but I suspect someone who is kind of like the whole the tool man thing. Like if you need a screwdriver and a drill, and you're like, fuck, I don't want to buy two separate ones. You like I'm not a tool person, but you'd want to buy the 2-in-1. You're not looking for anything over advanced. You'd want to cover your bases. So I mean, I've always been on the other mindset though, like spend more, get more premium products to cover you on both sides. But yeah.
But on the other hand, I really like what they did to this formula. They're not starting like everyone else. They're not like doing like, okay, citrulline this much,
Yeah.
and so on. You have this good spread of the ingredients. And what I personally am a huge fan of betaine. So when I saw at first, 2 grams of betaine, that was something that I was like super happy about. Plus, I also noticed, they put into the miter burn, which I'm also a big fan, and also the probably one of the most underrated ingredients which are in there is fucoxanthin, which is also like a pretty good fat metabolizer. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan of what they did to this formula, and I see the direction, and honestly, I'm hoping that the Beast will be doing some more cool stuff. But yeah, the only thing is, in my opinion, is they should start like utilizing this word Beast on like many other spectras and not just like animal related stuff.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Because every kiwi can be a beast, right?
Zandandito says, to be fair, kiwis are quite resilient as they produce an egg nearly as big as they are.
I mean,
something to be proud of, Shane.
There's nothing to be proud of. The thing is like it's like a rabbit with a beak. It's not it's not threatening. It's and to your point, look, I get that it's tiger, but them colors. No offense to the colors in the entire community of that tiger, but yellow and purple are just colors that throw the shit off of me. Those colors,
it's glorious.
Have you ever seen anyone wearing those two colors together that didn't have anything to do with that team? Yellow and purple. You know what? Actually, look in the comment section, Clover Smoker, yellow and purple. It's a nice combination right there. It looks ugly. I'm sorry. Those two colors.
A kiwi's an unripe feathered walking potato.
Yeah, it's not a threatening animal of any sort. But New Zealand's not a very dangerous place. Doesn't have any snakes. Doesn't have any poisonous spiders. Like,
hey, but kiwis don't fly, right?
What's that?
Are they a flightless bird?
Yeah, it doesn't fly.
Yeah.
Doesn't fly.
There's probably only like a few hundred of them there. I'm pretty sure they're almost all fucking dead.
Really?
There's not many.
That's sad.
If you go to a museum, like there's like one, and it's pitch black, and it has like a forest. I mean, not a museum. Sorry, a zoo.
Yeah.
It's like a museum is probably dead, but yeah, they're not. There's not many. I'd be curious to know.
But do they got more like an arms or like wings?
Okay, there's 68,000 kiwis left. My bad. Okay, maybe
That's plenty.
That's not much. No, they just have they apparently their little beak thing is their weapon, and they just have the feet. I don't know.
Just peck your
It's
eye.
not-
Have you ever
it's
eaten
not-
kiwi? Can you eat a kiwi? Is there
Hey,
enough
right.
meat
Yeah,
to eat
it's
them?
68,000 kiwis, man. What are you going to go around fucking eating them? What's
Hey,
wrong with you?
I want to. Yeah, I want
Have you
to
eaten a
ask you.
tiger? You eaten a tiger?
Yeah.
Do they serve tiger around there?
No, but I would try it if I had a chance to try a fillet
Oh.
of tiger. I would.
Fucking.
You can you order them in the restaurant or not?
I don't think so.
Hey, come on.
I don't think you can order.
Australia had like kangaroos, right? And you can order a kangaroo as well as like ostrich, for example.
Okay, how many kangaroos are there?
While Shane's looking that up, Xander
Okay,
says,
just to give you an idea, there's
Australia.
68,000 kiwis, and Australia has 50 million kangaroos. So I feel like that makes sense as to why they're serving them on a fucking platter, right? Okay?
It's a lot of kangaroos.
Okay.
A lot of kangaroos.
I'll give you
God.
that. I'll give you that, bro.
Why do you know so much about kiwis, Xander?
I was about to say the same thing. I have absolutely. These are some fantastic facts right here, and I've never heard any of them.
Did you just pull up the Wikipedia page and just pull little snippets out?
Yeah, this man's fantastic. Or he just yelled out to his little Alexa or something, and it's just,
Yeah. Alexa,
I need some facts now.
tell me about kiwis.
Google just came back and said, dude, this is not much.
She's spitting rhymes on kiwis.
To be honest, I just looked up Poland's national bird. It's motherfucker stole it. Sorry, national animal. You guys stole it from
Oh,
America.
Oh,
Huh?
motherfucker. Also.
What is that? I just looked it up.
It's our national bird.
Yeah, the
The
eagle.
Yeah,
Oh, we've got the
of course.
bald eagle. Remember
Yeah,
the
see-
bald eagle, man.
Yeah, I know, but like, you know, it's kind of taking the animal, isn't it?
Fuck it will fuck
Dude,
you
look
up.
at
Your fucking kiwi.
Look at that. He will whip that Polish bird's ass. Look at that. See? It's all regal looking. Look at that.
Bro,
We're
it
coming
will
for you.
fuck you up.
I don't
look at
want
that.
to be. Yeah, see, that looks like nice, colored, polished, finished.
Yeah.
That other one looks like.
This is
I don't
fucking
listen.
fake.
I don't want to be.
This is-
I don't want
this
to
is-
be mean. It looks like one of them second-hand bald eagles.
Hey, you put a wrong fucking picture. Put a legit picture.
I don't want to put down like the country or anything. I'm just saying, like the bald eagle is a gorgeous animal. It's pretty nice.
Look at that. Okay, that's
I mean-
not, that's a computer rendition. There we go.
Coming from the Kiwi land, I don't have much to stand on.
Bro, this is fucking Photoshop. That's all.
It is a pretty like iconic animal, though.
Yeah. Based on candy and fucking McDonald's.
You're like a fucking zoo channel, huh?
It was
Not
Beast.
better.
Beast got us started on this whole topic of animals, and now we're talking about
See, there's
the bald
Poland's
eagle.
national bird. It's a little more regal looking in that. In flight.
I
There you go.
mean-
See? That's better. That's better. It's a
Is
weird
it-
looking one.
What's wrong with its neck?
I know, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Maybe it's just the
Check-
angle.
Check the private chat. I also sent you the link to another like one of the most proudest Polish animal.
You got more than one? God damn it!
Yeah, we got more than one.
We just got the one.
It's the Zubrovka.
Yeah. Zubr. Bison. Yeah.
There you go.
he looks-
Motherfucker,
He looks way better than the bird.
bro.
Oh,
No
what do you
more
mean?
started. Pure gains.
Let's see. That's our
Ew.
state bird, the pelican.
Was this like draw a name out of a hat type thing, or did you actually pick this?
No, this is the Louisiana state bird, the brown.
No, I'm just saying, like, were you just assigned this, or did you get to pick it? Because it's
No, because these are all around the swamps and marshes and lakes of Louisiana. The pelicans.
oh, okay.
You see them
okay.
fuckers dive down and poof, scoop up a fish out of the water. It's good
See,
stuff.
some guys get really good animals to choose from. We obviously drew the short straw, and Lucas has got eagles and bison, and we just got little cute birds hiding in the bushes.
Tearsu. Simon says we have
Anyway.
two: the stork and the white eagle.
Yeah.
Just type
The other.
Orzel
yeah,
Bielik.
Yeah, Orzel Bielik. Yeah. Simon is Polish, so he knows the deal.
What does the Orzel mean?
Orzel?
Yeah. What is the
Can you say-
Orzel?
Can you say it in your way?
Orzel?
Yeah, that's what I would say. Orzel.
Yeah. Hey, this podcast is broadcast from America. We're going to speak American on this podcast.
This is the freedom pronunciation.
This is the freedom. This is how we pronounce it in the land of freedom.
You are so fucked.
That and caloric burn instead of calorie burn. That's how we
You might be
pronounce
right. You might be right. I just had never. I've had many ingredients where I've just sort of, like, I'll be talking to someone who knows more than me, and I'll be halfway through the conversation, and they'll spit it. I'll say an ingredient, and they'll say it back to me like properly,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, "Ooh, I
Yeah.
feel like a fucking idiot now, don't I?" And they obviously corrected me without telling me, but yeah.
Now, what's the national fossil of Poland and New Zealand? I didn't realize there was such a thing.
I don't know that was the thing either.
Also,
Amazing bird. We'll put your little bird to shame. Ooh.
You're talking about my bird? You're talking about the kiwi? Because the kiwi would likely get put to shame by every bird.
Okay, so I was
But-
hoping you was.
I mean, I
Alright.
feel like it
Kiwi's
shouldn't
not
be
a bird.
called a... It's not a bird. I mean, it's classified as a bird. Isn't a penguin a bird?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
chicken,
I feel like
chicken is also but it's not a bird, right?
it's delicious.
Yeah.
I feel like we
Here's
should
a
talk...
better picture of the
we-
national Polish bird.
90% of your diet, right?
I
There
feel
you
like
go.
I feel like
There you
we
go.
should start talking about supplements again.
That's
There
the
he goes.
one. That's the one.
That's
That's the
intense
beauty.
looking. There you go.
Yeah, man. See, you should be fucking proud of that.
Wait, is that a
You're
bald
like-
eagle?
You're 20% Polish.
I'm 50%
Wait, is it-
Polish. My dad's Polish. My
Wait,
my
is
dad's
that-
side of the family is Polish.
Is that the Polish one?
Yeah, it's the Polish
Yeah.
one.
Must
See?
be
Much
quite
more
nice.
intense, doesn't it?
I mean, I don't want to be mean, but like when you got to search through your photos to find a nice one, I mean,
I'm also doing the search engine from America too. If I was searching from Poland, maybe with Google will give me more favorable results.
to me that looks like a bald eagle. I feel I could be wrong, and I think a lot of people in America, even if you showed them that, they'd be like, "That's a bald eagle."
There's a slight, difference.
Ah, yeah, even there, it's a gorgeous bird. Look how white he is.
But it's photoshopped.
No, that's a real photo. That's not fake.
I mean, if you're calling this Photoshop and you think that's a real photo,
No, bro, I'm just joking, man.
Look at that fucker. There we go.
he is nice.
There we go.
Okay, let's stop
Anyway.
with that Zeus and let's talk about the supplement.
Roderick's just sitting there going, "God fucking damn it! I signed up for supplements. These stupid motherfuckers are talking about birds and kiwis and
I'm looking at
Fossils.
Robbie.
Is this the national
looking at
bird? Is
Bobby
that-
Can-
I'm looking at this learning experience. I know a lot about birds now.
I learned more about the kiwi than I knew. I mean,
Yeah, I didn't know there are so many fucking kangaroos in comparison to people.
I didn't know that. To get another fact that I found out, there's 25 million people in Australia. So for every person, there's 2 kangaroos.
Yeah, no wonder they're eating them.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of kangaroos.
5 million people in New Zealand, well, 6, and only 68,000 Kiwis.
The national bird of Ukraine is the swan. It's a very elegant and graceful bird.
Yeah, see,
It's crazy.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Just like Robic.
Yeah. Okay, back to the topic at hand.
Let's go back all the way. Let's go all the way up the rabbit hole from where we came, and let's get back to.
Sridhar, I had to double check if I was in the right stream. We are discussing animals and birds today. We are.
I did say the supplement industry was a little bit quiet, so
We're blaming Shane on this. We get talking about gorillas, and somehow that segued.
I didn't bring up the fucking gorilla thing.
There's a nice pre-workout that we should talk about. BPI and Wu-Tang collab.
Oh, Method Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pull it up, Robert.
How far down do I have to go to find this?
a very long way. I think it was the start of the week.
Oh, Jesus. All right, what are we looking up? BPI.
Method Man.
They are so shit.
Killer
man.
Bee.
Yeah. There you go.
In partnership with the American rapper Method Man. Is he still a significant figure in American music?
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he'll be a significant figure until he dies, right? Is that not is that the key thing about being like a good actor and a good singer? Or like
He's acting?
no, I'm just saying, like when you're famous, like you don't, you know, you're still known until you die, pretty much.
I guess
Well,
so. I was never a big rap. I never got into rap, so I don't really know much about Method
Me
Man.
neither, but I knew him.
All right, so we got 5 grams of citrulline malate 2-to-1, 1 gram of glycerol, 350 of caffeine, 100 of guarana, and 50 of theobromine.
Did you say guarana, like with a W?
Guarana?
Is that how you say it?
Guarana.
You.
Guarana.
I always say guarana,
I think
like
it's-
gur.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I guess I do that as a W. Yeah, guarana. Yeah.
Yeah, I do it like a GER, like guarana.
Guarana.
No, I just don't pronounce the U.
So guarana.
Yeah,
Ask
exactly
Google.
like that. Google don't know shit, okay? I've asked Google some crazy stuff before and it just spits out bullshit.
Yeah, see right there, gua. That's the phonetic way to do it. Gua. G-W-E. So it is guarana. There you go.
I don't know. I'm not going to change my ways, but anyway.
That's fine. You keep going with your nitrogeny or whatever you're saying.
Nitrosogene. No, nitrosogeny.
Nitrosogeny. There we go. All right, what are we talking about? I gotta pull up this shit of a pre-workout label. Why did you want me to talk about this, Lucas?
Yeah, I mean,
Beast formula, man.
it's
better than the O'Hearn series that BPI recently did, but that's not saying much.
yeah, it's
It's
to be
pretty-
honest, I this is I mean, if you had bought if you had the caffeine down at 200, I wouldn't have minded this at 2 scoops,
Yeah.
30 per tub. Like that's the only change I would have made. But I mean, it is what it is, really.
I just don't understand what's the point of releasing something like that.
The crazy thing is that I bet this sells like there are brands out there that, like with Walmart, like if you put a $15 pre-workout on Walmart, I bet it would sell the dick out of any other pre-workout out there. Obviously, because it's Walmart. But none of us would probably be like, that is a good formula. But for $15, I don't think this is like worth the money because like there's other products that are better dosed, at least from my perspective, at this kind of price range.
Yeah.
But there's something to be said. These guys didn't put this out to make no money. I can guarantee you they put it out there to do well, to do.
My question
enough.
is, wouldn't it be wiser for them if they would release this formula in a energy drink type of a product? Don't you think it would be better for the brand?
Hell no, hell no. I mean, I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure you have to produce like 50K, 100K cans. Whereas this, you could probably just do 1,000 bottles, 2,000 bottles. I don't know what they did. I'm just saying, like, at least with BPI, like if it was a new brand that just came out that was like, I don't know, 2 weeks old, and they did that, I'd be like, what are you trying to do here? But it's BPI Sports, and they've been around for fucking forever.
Yeah.
They're gonna. Obviously, this isn't something I'm looking for. I mean, I don't think we need to really say too much more. Like I said, if this was a 2 scoop and the caffeine was 200 milligrams, I wouldn't have a problem. That's theoretically just one change, but like, I don't know. I'm looking to spend $50 on my pre. I'm looking for 20 gram serving is.
Yeah.
But I suspect that BPI's reach, their pre-workouts are all kind of in that same ballpark. $30 around there. Fairly straightforward. $350 will give you a nice kick. And I mean, it might be something that Method Man wanted. I don't know. I don't know personally, of course, but
I don't know. Everything I've seen from, I don't even know what the hell this is.
That one, I click on it. Have they put the formula up yet? I haven't seen it. I remember looking before. It's the India Paulina's. I can't remember her last name. Yeah, it was like a.
Who is that?
She was a bikini Olympia competitor. Didn't win.
She's the wife of the owner of the BPI Sports.
Is he the owner, or is he like part owner?
Well, yeah, co-owner, I would say, yeah.
Because I don't know if he's the owner. I thought he was like just. I mean, I don't know what the positions are.
Yeah, they want you to buy it without ever telling you what the hell's in the product.
Yeah, that's what surprised me about this one. But then again, this is kind of like, this is the. If I don't know, how would I put this? If Ghost teamed up with Trump, for example, and he came out with a pre-workout, do you think Trump fans or like Ghost fans? I'm not saying they would, and I'm not saying their beliefs are aligned or anything political. I'm just saying, like, if 2 powerhouses came together and made a pre-workout, do you think that either fan is going to care what's in it if the collaboration is there?
True.
If Jesus came together with Santa Claus and made a pre-workout, I'm just saying, like, when you get collaborations in the mix, I feel like India Paulina's probably got a huge fan base.
Yeah, I would assume
and
so.
They probably would have just gone in and be like, oh, well, I followed her for 10 years and I know she's been around for a while, so maybe they, I trust her.
Yeah. Every time I see BPI pop up on the thread, Shane, on your stream of stories, I immediately pass it up because I know it's going to be a shit formula. Nothing about this brand interests me or ever entices me to click on it because I've always been vastly underwhelmed by their formulas that have come out.
Thing is, back in the days, BPI was doing real well. And now
but that's because they had DMAA and they were lacing their stuff with all kinds of stimulants nowadays.
Yeah, but you know what? Their branding is right now all over the place, and
yeah, just look at all.
Honestly, I'm just like baffled when it comes to like their look, and they're like really every time they're releasing something completely different, something that doesn't like has this like connection to other products. So I just don't understand that. But like I said, back in the days, even before like Jay was related with BPI, I was a fan of their stuff. But
yes, I just feel like it's not a brand for me. Yeah. Or I just, like I said, if I'm looking for a pre-workout for $60, even if I was looking for a pre-workout at $30, maybe this might be in the contention. But I just, because when you're looking at the $20-$30 price range, there's not a lot down there.
No, I mean, I would be inclined to go for KXR or C4 over this. I really would.
Yeah, but still, even with those formulas, you can still kind of, like, compared to a $60 pre, like Hooligan or something, you can poke holes in it. But it's when you get down in that area, I don't think you're ever going to see anything where you're like, holy shit. is it going to blow me out of the water? I guess the only downside to BPI Sports is it doesn't necessarily have that. BPI doesn't have that like that premium option. They really only mix in that little $30 to $40 price range. Oh, sorry, $20 to $30 price range.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a market for it. Obviously, they've been around for a phenomenal amount of time.
Right.
Someone does need to service that kind of realm, so I guess it's.
Figure it should be them.
I feel like it's like I said. I've never spent under maybe 40 or 50 for a pre.
Yeah. After this episode, Robbie will be the ornithologist.
Where is Robert? No, like where is he? Is he at home?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's just
He's
not
in
the
the
usual
Netherlands.
background.
Hey, last thing I wanted you to pull up. Go with the Naughty Boy
Oh, yeah.
Life Pac. Yeah. Now we are talking.
I was always curious about this, and maybe Robert knows. What's the price point or difference in manufacturing to make it like a pack? Is it that much more expensive?
It's more expensive, but it's not a lot more expensive.
It's not like a huge dent or anything like that. It's like
no.
okay. I was just curious.
The volumes come into a question and into play. But it's it's definitely doable. Especially, I mean, if you look at the formula itself, I mean, it's a nice formula. I wouldn't say that it's like outrageously expensive. You know, it's not one of those like, whoa, you know, this is nuts. But this is just a very good, solid formula. I mean, everything. I'm a huge fan of Naughty Boy. I mean, they're a good company, and I think everything they do is kind of like most of the stuff that we definitely use. And you know, making it into a pack, I mean, it creates a certain marketability. I think in terms of price point, it's not a lot more expensive, but it is definitely more expensive than just as is.
Yeah, I was just curious. Like, does it
Yeah.
add much to the cost, or does it just?
Yeah, it definitely.
Robbie, what do you think from the packaging standpoint as well as like preparing the packs and so on? Would you think it would be more expensive?
It would be slightly more expensive, yes, but not significant. Not like where you would go absolutely crazy. Like I know we were talking about releasing something in a different kind of container, a little bit more, more than just standard black white, but kind of like a more powerful, a little bit better shining and stuff like that. So the cost of that would be probably double, and in some cases even triple the regular container. But at the same time, we're talking about cents. It's just the only difference is you would need to order a lot. There's a minimum requirement. On this, I mean, this is just packaging, so you can definitely get a deal with the manufacturer and you can come to an agreement. I think this requires a little bit more work, so I think just because of the labor, it will require slightly higher cost, but I don't think it's outrageous.
Yeah. The formula is pretty solid overall. They've got the good forms of everything in there except magnesium. They got magnesium oxide in there. Vitamin D in there is good. They got a smidge of omega-3s in there, which is helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, this is something that you would expect from them, and I mean, overall, it's a solid company. I'd be better, of course, price limit, but overall, in comparison to other brands, I mean, Naughty Boy is definitely one of very few brands that actually I have respect for. Most of their products are spot on, and they definitely, and I think they're actually pretty creative and ballsy, so which I like.
I'm never sure. I would love to know how much benefit these green things actually have, or the beta berries blends. I know they're in a lot of multivitamins. This isn't a pickup at Naughty Boy or anything like that. I just because there's a bunch of brands that use these comprehensive nutrient greens, like even in the Phytoactive Max or Formax that came out recently, they've got some different blends in there like this, and I just wonder what is it? What's it actually going to do in the human body? Can we get a study on just one of these massive greens extracts? Like, there's always these other kind of like cell studies, or just we're going to test the overall ORAC value, so it's antioxidant capacity in there. But what is this actually going to do if I take this every day in my body? Is it going to let's follow some unhealthy people for 6 months and see does it lower reactive protein and IL-6 and all these other inflammatory markers and whatnot, just to see if they actually do anything, or are we all just pooping and pissing it out?
What S7 is going to do to your body?
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's going to improve bioavailability of nitric oxide, but what's that doing for the average healthy person is what I'm curious.
I always say that, when it comes to like multivitamins, packs, and so on, it all comes down to like to your diet. This is just like sprinkle on top, basically, so you still need to like consume the good amounts of your veggies and your fruits, of course, but at the same time, this is just like a good addition to your overall supplementation. So I would say it won't hurt you. This is just like a supplement. That's why, for example, you mentioned there's like a small amount of omega fats. Of course, it's just what, 1 gram.
Yeah.
That's nothing. I'm taking 10 grams. So
I was waiting for that.
Omegas per day. So that's just like that's nothing. So
I think I'm doing like 2, maybe 2.
I'd probably take around 4 a day.
God
I
damn.
just poured into a teaspoon and just drink it. So I don't know.
Oh no, I got the bougie shit.
The capsules.
Oh no.
which one?
Ghost fish oil. It's got the new what is it? The Smart Ohm in it, or the Ohm Prime? The
Smart Prime.
Smart
Yeah,
Prime.
but look at. I know that this is much like, obviously you're throwing down soft gels. Who gives a shit? But I think it's really cool that it's yellow.
Interesting.
And not like a clear thing. I know we're talking like, who gives a shit? You're swallowing it anyway. But I just thought it was, when I opened it, I was like, oh man, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, I
think it's
this shit. This shit should be in the fridge, right? You now oxide this shit, so you can throw out your fucking top.
Well, no, if it's got vitamin C in it, that'll help against the oxidation. If it's got vitamin C or E in it, it might help.
Robbie, tell him I'm right.
Well, yeah, you should keep it in there, but...
Yeah, I'm not putting it in the fridge.
Yeah.
I mean, the fish oil is one of those things. For me, fish oil is one of those things that, like, it's kind of like a multivitamin. Kind of like what you're saying about greens. Like, there's very few things in my supplement stack that I regularly take that doesn't have an obvious benefit.
Yeah.
Like, aminos might be one of them. Fish oil, multivitamin. Like, if you took these things out and you didn't tell me, I don't think I would be able to tell the fucking difference. And if I could tell the difference, I don't think it would be like an overly huge thing. Like, if I didn't take a pre-workout, I'd be like, holy shit, I don't have much energy. Or if I didn't have like a good sleep supplement, I would notice. Didn't have a good post-workout shake, I would notice. Like, these things play a big role to me, so I'm pretty bad when it comes to like healthy essentials. Like, unless it noticeably does something that I can see, feel, or like measure, I don't really. But fish oils, that's just one of the things I take.
This is the
multivitamin.
one we use here.
Doesn't that taste like shit?
I mean, I've given the halfling the strawberry one, and I'm just helping her get it off now. Like, finish off the bottle. We've never bought the lemon one. I don't have a problem with the strawberry one. Sandy finds it repulsive. I don't mind it.
I suppose you do like fish though, right? Or you do eat fish?
Yeah.
You see, I hate fish, so I guess that I don't know.
Yeah, but they do a pretty good job of flavoring. I mean, considering what you're drinking, it could be far worse.
Yeah, I just swallow the pills.
Yeah.
Robert, can you taste the fish when you're drinking it?
I mean, it definitely doesn't taste just like pure like strawberry liquid.
Can you smell it?
Sandy would
What-
probably
what
say
about-
yes. I would probably say it's not that bad.
Okay, so you
What
can smell
about
it.
burps? What about burps?
No, I never burp it.
Yeah, I've only ever experienced that phenomenon of the fish burps once, and that was with Optimum's fish oil. I have never experienced it with absolutely none of the fish oil, and I've had a lot of different ones.
Yeah, this is
I didn't
one
know
with
what the
halfling. It's
the
exactly
burps were until I feel like that liquid would taste like shit.
I remember listening to one podcast one time, and the guy said that if you are burping after like taking fish oil, that it means it's like super low quality or it's
Yeah.
rancid. So that's why you have this.
But I didn't have it every single time. Like it was only the Optimum one, and I'm going back like maybe 5-6 years, and I just was like, holy shit, this is what people talk about with the burps. But it only happened maybe, well, I suppose every second day or so. I would kind of just be like, I just thought it was really weird. And I've had all different ones, much cheaper than Optimum, much more expensive than Optimum, but that was the only one that I burped on.
See, that could be
Weirdly.
Ava right there, Shane. That could be Ava. Real happy after you gave her fish oil.
Yeah, but this is bullshit. This is like that pretty picture of Lucas's bird. This is
Hey, Huey,
this is
don't
that
fuck with
Photoshop.
my bird.
This is that Photoshop picture of that
Don't-
Ozerk or Oliek, whatever the hell I fucking think.
Remember, my bird will fucking kill your bird.
Yeah, well, I'll see it when it flies down there 16 hours later.
In milliseconds.
We're in the middle of fucking nowhere. Apparently, no cool animals made it down to New Zealand centuries ago.
That's true.
We are home to the Avondale spider. I think that's one of. I think any time you have like a scary picture or a scary thing of a spider, that's what that is.
An Avondale spider?
Yeah, there might be a more specific name, but as far as I know, it's the biggest spider there is. Not poisonous, but fucking giant, like ridiculously giant. I've heard it spans a toilet bowl.
That's big. All right, let's-
Yeah. I remember seeing one at the zoo, but like I've lived in Auckland my entire life, and I've only ever seen it in. Yeah, there you go.
My friend just texted me and asked, "What about Pokemons in New Zealand?"
Look at that. Yeah. What are those
Yeah,
little
see if you've-
orange growths on there, man? What the hell is that?
That's a trend.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Growth serum.
Is there like a picture of it comparatively? Because it is, yeah. As far as I know, it's. If you've ever seen that movie Arachnophobia, apparently that was the
Yeah.
spider that was in it.
Oh yeah,
it's
someone's
like-
boy's hand right there. Look at that thing.
Yeah, but it's only on in a suburb of Auckland. Like I've never seen it anywhere outside of the suburb. Oh yeah, that's the thing. They got that up in the town square.
to all supplement manufacturers, you can take the inspiration now.
Take New Zealand way, and you'll. This is what you look like.
Instead of using tigers, gorillas, you can always go with the kiwis and New Zealand spiders. There you go.
Damn, what was that?
Oh damn!
No, that's a good.
Puppy-sized spider.
Oh wow!
How big is that? That looks weird.
In a rainforest in Guyana.
See, it's Polish guy.
South American Goliath bird eater. World's largest spider.
Oh damn! It beats that
30
one.
centimeters. Damn. About the size of a child's forearm. Holy shit. The spider can weigh more than 6 ounces.
That was I guess it beats out.
That's big.
Oh, there's that other one they mentioned was Australia's one,
Yeah.
the Huntsman.
Whoosh.
Is that that? Yeah, that's the Huntsman one. That's the one in Australia. That one crawls into your fucking rooms, man.
Dude.
and it's fast. I don't think it's poisonous either. I don't know, but
Doesn't matter.
it's
If I
fast.
see that thing, I'm gonna kill it. Doesn't matter if it's poisonous or not. I see that fucker in my room, man.
No, because I remember way back in, you know those spiders or those flies, and you're like, he's just cruising around. You're like, I'm gonna fucking smoke this punk, and then you hit him, and he just like, he's Neo. He just fucking moves out of the way before you even get there. I remember when I was in Australia, and my auntie had one in her house, and like they told me, they said, don't go near it, and like you'd try and whack it, and it could sense, obviously, would sense the wind hitting it before you did, and it would just fucking shoot off. Ridiculous acceleration.
To kill that bastard.
Shit like that. That's amazing stuff to me. Testosterone, great supplement. Caffeine, you know, creatine, whatever. That amazing little creature. 8 legs.
There you go.
That's the stuff that makes me believe in aliens.
Those kind of spiders.
Yeah, when you see like a spider, or you see those TV shows where they got creatures from the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
And there's like some motherfucker down there with a light on his head.
Yep.
Like the shit is that. And you're telling me there's not aliens? No. There are. There's some crazy shit out there.
I would agree.
Anyway.
My sister just went swimming with the sharks last weekend in Mexico. She was down there for a friend's wedding, and she got to go swimming with the sharks.
Fuck that noise, I ain't swimming with a shark. What's wrong with her?
Oh, her and her husband did it. I would try it. I would try it.
No.
Do you think that? Yeah, no. The title of it is the like. Why don't you go swim with a cuddly teddy bear, right? Like,
Sharks.
yeah, because the appeal is it's like let's go swim with the thing that could fucking eat you, right? No, I'm not
It's a
doing
friendly
that.
shark.
Have you seen Shark Tale, Finding Nemo, Little Mermaid? I mean, we could go on for a while here.
I saw Jaws.
Yeah. I mean, that came out around when I was younger, so that.
Shade, it feels like when you go, just the title, like you said, swimming with the sharks, it's like you asking for it, you know?
Yeah, I feel like that's the whole, like that is, I guarantee you, swimming with the sharks sells way better than swimming with tadpoles, right?
Yeah, well,
Because
so-
it's sharks.
Robbie, did you try Cialis and Assassin yet?
I got the Cialis, and I'm going to try the Cialis and Assassin next week. So if I don't make it to the podcast next Saturday, you know the reason.
You
I
gotta,
bought-
He's got Marino on lockdown. That's what he's got.
you haven't better see the camera. It's just,
You know, speaking.
you're like, sorry guys,
it's gonna be trading at Apollon after hours.
you won't need a
Speaking of
barbell.
Speaking of Cialis, I wanted to buy like 2 weeks ago, and I couldn't find any. It was messed up. Because like I asked my 2 sources, because they always had some, and they said like the source is almost empty. I'm like, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? And they're like,
It's summer.
they're like,
It's summertime. High demand for fucking.
yeah, exactly. And they said that Cialis is right now like well demanded, and I'm like,
Yeah.
well,
You know what, Lukasz? You know, like people like get fucking party drugs and shit like that. I'm gonna bring Cialis with me to UK.
yes.
Zandandito. Wasn't Haast's eagle in New Zealand?
Isn't
Funny you should-
is Zandandito from New Zealand or something? He knows a lot more about this country than I do.
Haast's is an extinct species of eagle that once lived in the South Island of New Zealand.
Yeah, look at that. Kiwi's going to join you soon. Kiwi's going to join us soon. Don't worry. 68,000 of them bitches.
There you go.
That's a nice bird.
That looks good. See?
What the shit? He's not even around anymore.
Much about supplements during this podcast because you know they still suck. But I fucking know so much about birds right now and shit.
I know.
Fuck.
Creamy. What's up, Creamy? Shane.
I know Cialis is in high demand. I learned that too.
There you go.
Shane
At the
at
Apollon All-Star Seminar, I will bring my custom-made bars. Each one has roughly 400 grams of carbs. You got to try it with me.
That's Shane's intake for the entire year.
That is, yeah. I'm on like a gradual bulk right now, and I'm only doing 150, 200 a day. This
Okay, in 3 months at the seminar, you'll be perfect. You'll have worked. Your
I'm
way
not.
up 400 grams.
No,
of
I'm not
carbs.
working my way up. That's where I'm staying. That's where I stay at started. That's where I'm staying. It's
You
good.
can try it one time. Live dangerously.
I mean, I don't know about you, and no offense to Cream on Her, great name, but if Cream on Her hands me a bar that he custom made and says there's 400 grams of carbs in it, so this thing's gonna weigh at least half a kilo, you can go fuck yourself. I'm not eating that. What's wrong with you?
You will eat 1/4 of the bar.
Just because he's like commented on here a few times, not eating half a kilogram of some mysterious substance that he's bought from his fucking kitchen.
How is that a way to reward our loyal listener, Shane?
Spiked with Cialis.
Yeah, it could be spiked with anything. That thing,
And that's half
400
the fun.
grams of carbs. That's no light thing.
Fuck, Shane gets like all fucking horny and high and fucking butt fucks French wine in the bathroom.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, I'll look at it, but I
See, are you really going to do that to your brother, Shane? Would you really do that?
see again. As I said, someone's commented that never met him in my life. Names Cream on Her, bakes random cookies for me in his kitchen, and then calls me his brother. Again, I'm not viewing him like I don't dislike him. Just not eating his mysterious little treat. That's literally
I
it.
bet if Sridhar baked you something, you'd eat
Hold
it.
on a second.
Oh, if Sridhar baked me it, then shit, yes.
Sridhar.
If Sridhar shows up with if Sridhar showed up with 2, I would swap them around first so he had my one. But
Just imagine that meeting. Cream on Her is coming to Shane. He's like, "Hey, I'm Cream on Her. Do you want to try my bar?"
That came out so wrong on so many levels.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
An
If
introductory
his name was like Sebastian Jackson, and I don't know, he had like a nice professional picture in his profile, and he said, "I'm going to cook you a nice bar that you're going to enjoy. That's 50 grams, not some hog-loaded piece of whatever the fuck it's going to be."
But Shane, would you send Creamy, if it was Creamy's birthday, would you send him a congratulatory happy
No.
birthday video message?
I don't do that. I haven't done that for anyone other than my wife. FYI.
I know, I can vouch for that. My birthday was Tuesday. I didn't get a happy birthday message from you. I was a little offended. You know, it's fine. But it's cool.
Well, are you on Facebook?
No.
How the
I have an
fuck am I
account,
gonna
but I don't
know?
use it.
How am I gonna know when your birthday is? How am I gonna know when your birthday is?
I don't know. I mean,
only
if Robbie would have backdoored and sent you an email with this really sweet, whispering sweet nothings about me to you, saying it'd be, you know, how instrumental
No.
I am to everything.
No. Just so
Hey,
you
by the
know,
way,
this is no reflection on anyone, but the only birthdays I remember
I just
are
pictured
my mom, my sister, Nikki, and Ava. Don't
I
remember
just-
anyone else's.
the introduction. Cream on Her comes up to Shane and he says, "Hi Shane, my name is Cream on Her. Can I cream on you?"
Didn't you
They
say
give you
you
one of
knew
those
that?
eclairs that's got the little goop inside it already, so it could literally, you could just cream it as you bite into it. It's just going to cream.
I will
I
admit,
just
the way if the thing is presented like overly nicely, like it's a slice of cake, that'll just make it way worse.
He's a nice guy.
You don't even know him. Have you ever met him?
No, but I'm about to. He's going to the seminar to
I've
meet.
corresponded
We also-
with him on the side.
We also
Seems like
don't
nice.
know if it's a him or a her, do we?
It's a guy. It's a
How
guy.
do you know?
Through my correspondence via email.
They've been creaming on each other.
Yeah, yeah. Someone who asked me, "You can trust me." Yeah, there we go. See, my man, he knows.
Sridhar, I would bring a bar with 20 total carbs, knowing Shane.
Thank you.
That even
Thank
might
you.
be too much, Sridhar. You might want to get it down to like 10 carbs. 5 net.
He knows.
carbs.
He knows.
Alright.
He knows his post workout. He's not stupid.
Now would you
Fine.
record a little happy birthday message for Sridhar?
No.
Oh, yeah.
There's levels to this thing, and you know,
Thank you, Sridhar.
I feel it's like a rule of life, right? Like, don't accept random snacks from anyone, especially if their name's Cream on Her and it weighs half a kilo. Or put it in freedom units, that's a 1 pound bar, right?
400 grams. Yeah, 454 grams is 1 pound.
Yeah. Yeah, and this isn't straight carbs. There's obviously going to be something else in there.
It's 50 grams of protein with the 400 grams of carbs.
Yeah, I'm sorry. A 1 pound bar? No.
There you go.
You know what? Bring a whole bunch, and if everyone else has one, I'll wait an hour, and then I might have it.
Make sure we don't die or run to the bathroom and shit ourselves. Yeah.
It's no offense to cream on her. It's just a general rule of life. I won't accept a 1 pound snack or edible item from anyone that offers it to me.
Okay. I'll remember that.
Yeah. So if you're gonna bake goods for me for the seminar, don't.
Keep it under a half a pound or under a pound at least.
No, just don't. Just don't.
Go carb.
Last call for any comments or questions from the peanut gallery before we bring today's podcast to a close. Oh, my face hurts now. It was a good laugh. Shane, you said the Baja Blast flavor was the best one from Rise? Is that the one you said was the best? Mountain Dew inspired one?
Yeah, that and Tiger's Blood are two of the best ones.
I actually like Tiger's Blood better.
I bought a can of the Baja at the store yesterday and it's sitting there for good now.
I'm torn because I like the Baja Blast because I like that flavor slightly better. But like the way that they nail Tiger's Blood, like to hit the accuracy on those flavors that are in the Tiger's Blood is not an easy thing to do, and I think they did it. Like it's more of a I enjoy the unique experience rather than because typically Tiger's Blood is just like a mess of all of them.
Yeah,
these guys hit them all on the head pretty well. I'd be torn between both. I think they're both as good as each other. Wait, is there cream on her coming to this seminar?
Well, apparently.
Creamy. Wait, seriously, I'll bring Levain cookies if everyone wants. They're some of the best.
Yeah,
I'm unfamiliar with them.
So no one knows this person.
We're bringing cookies. He's super nice. Sure.
He's not super nice.
Podcast. See,
with the suit. Yeah, I'm fine.
So is that no, Shane?
No, it's just a straight no. Tell you what, even if you bought me a bar for 400 grams, I'm not gonna fucking eat it.
Okay.
You know what? Bake one.
Will you
and
have one of
see what
Creamy's chocolate chip walnut cookies?
No. This is again. No offense to Cream on her or Simon Says or Shrita, but I just would not try a randomly home baked snack from anyone.
Okay. I'll eat the chocolate chip cookies, Creamy.
You eat it. You eat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Well, with that, thank you all for tuning in as always. We greatly appreciate it. If you have any comments, questions?
A lot about birds and strangers and
400
national fossils.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, podcast with family, friends, and loved ones. Leave us a 5-star review if you like what we're doing here on your favorite podcast cruising platform. When are y'all here next week? Is that the Arnold UK next week, or is that a couple of weeks away?
That's
6 more weeks, Robert.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure when it was, so I didn't know if y'all were going to be here for that or not. So
We still gonna do the fucking show, no matter what.
Wait, how are we going to do the show?
I don't know. You're gonna slack, but we're gonna do the show.
You just said that you were going to go train at Dino's.
I will, but I will also do the fucking show.
You said you trained at Dino's like 6 or 7.
You see the dedication? I'm a fucking dedicated person.
Oh, okay. I guess I might have to do it then.
bring him a home-baked protein bar too, Lucas, when you visit him. See if he eats it.
Well,
I'm not the only one. You're acting like I'm a stranger for not trying random baked goods from people. This isn't uncommon.
True.
If he's not gonna eat, then Nick is gonna grab it. So
I can guarantee you right now, Nikki's rule is no different from mine. If you not learn anything from like all the fucking Disney movies, you don't just take random fucking snacks from people, just eat them out their ass. You get poisoned. You can die. You can fall asleep until you're whatever the fucking age, until Prince Charming comes along. Who knows what's gonna fucking happen?
You say Nikki doesn't trust me?
I don't want to break your heart. I'll ask her later, but I can guarantee you that I'll tell her Lukasz is gonna bake you something, and he wants you to
Tell
eat
her.
it.
Special Polish brownies.
Tell her I still got her leggings.
Okay,
They're
you tell
from-
her. You say if Nikki will eat it, and then if Nikki says yes, you ask if she'll give it to Ava, and then you'll know, because she's gonna say no. I don't know why people think it's strange. Perfectly good sense. If someone walked up to you on the street and offered you something you didn't know what was in it, you wouldn't fucking eat it.
Yeah, of course. If you're talking to a stranger, then yeah. But
I'm talking to Lukasz who ingests 1.5 grams of caffeine. Obviously,
I'm not
our diets are drastically different. You see my bird, my national bird? Yeah.
As always.
We're fed different things. Anyway.
As always, Sridhar kindly reminding everyone to subscribe, stacked notifications, and podcast for the supplement news. Also, come back here next week if you're passionate about birds. You know where to hit up Shane, Robbie, and Lukasz if you want to yell at them. Only send nice stuff my way. Send the angry stuff to Shane or Lukasz. Robbie's already angry enough. We don't need to rile him up anymore.
Oh, I actually heard this Kinder cake is fucking nice. So you know what? Forget what I said. I heard this cake is fucking good.
What is Kinder cake?
I'm pretty sure he said it was his thing that he made. I'm pretty sure he sent me a picture too. I'm trying to remember. Is it it? I think that might be it. No, that's not what it is. I think it might be his little thing that he made.
It's a lot
He
of
might
cake.
keep a watch. He might put a description up. Pretty sure he sent me a picture.
Yeah. The
Hey,
supplement
one more
engineer at gmail.com.
One more thing before we forgot.
Yeah.
Don't forget to use that fat discounts on our partner sites, including Body Shock, Dark Labs, and fucking Apollon Nutrition. That fat discount is still available till the end of the year, so yeah, use it and support the show. Yeah. That's
Word.
all, folks.
All right, gents. Thank you, one and all. We'll catch you all next time on the Final Scoop.
Amen.